See these small drops in battery percentage? That's not driving. That's silent battery stress building month after month. Ignore these signals and your pack slowly loses usable range. A $12,000 problem most owners never see coming. 5 minutes a month is enough to catch it early. If you care about protecting your Tesla long-term, subscribe. Check your daily charge limit. Lower your daily charge limit and make sure it still matches how you actually drive. Many owners set this once and never look at it again. Over time, that limit can drift higher than necessary. Here's why it matters. When a lithium-ion battery sits at a very high state of charge, each cell holds higher voltage. The battery management system protects the pack, but it cannot remove the chemical stress created when the battery stays near the top of its range for long periods. Tesla's own charging guidance recommends using a daily charge limit, and only charging above it when preparing for a trip. You can see this directly in the official Tesla owner manual. Open the charging screen in your Tesla or the mobile app and confirm the limit still makes sense for your routine. Keeping the battery out of unnecessary high voltage dwell helps preserve long-term battery health. Review your charging history. Open the Tesla app and look at how you've been charging over the past few weeks. Most owners focus on the battery percentage, but the pattern behind those charges tells a much bigger story. Fast charging is incredibly useful, especially on road trips. But when high-power charging becomes the default instead of the exception, the battery experiences more heat and higher current than it does during normal home charging. Tesla's thermal management system works hard to control that heat, yet the pattern still matters. Take a moment to check how often you're using supercharging compared to charging at home. For daily driving, slower AC charging is simply gentler on the battery. This monthly glance helps you catch habits that slowly creep in over time. Balanced charging patterns keep the pack operating in a more stable thermal environment, which supports consistent long-term battery performance. Inspect the charging port. Check the charging port before you plug in. It takes a few seconds, and most owners never think about it. Look inside the port and at the connector on your charging cable. The contacts should appear clean and dry. Dirt, moisture, or small debris can interfere with the electrical connection. When that happens, resistance increases. Higher resistance means more heat during charging. Tesla's system will monitor temperature and reduce charging power if necessary, but the goal is to avoid creating that situation in the first place. A quick visual check, once a month, keeps the connection clean and reliable. If you ever notice dirt or buildup, gently clean the area with a dry cloth and make sure the port door closes properly. A solid charging connection ensures energy flows smoothly into the battery pack, which helps maintain stable charging performance over the long term. Run an occasional BMS calibration cycle. Allow the battery to move through a wider charge range occasionally. Most owners keep their Tesla within a comfortable middle zone, which is good for battery health, but over time the battery management system relies on estimates to calculate available energy. If the battery rarely reaches the higher or lower ends of its range, those estimates can slowly drift. Occasionally charging above your normal daily limit and then driving the battery down during regular use helps correct that. You don't need to do this often. A controlled cycle every month or two is enough to refresh the system's calculations and keep the range estimate accurate. If this kind of practical Tesla insight helps you, subscribe for more. Check your tire pressure. Check your tire pressure once a month. It's a simple factor that directly affects how efficiently your Tesla uses energy. When pressure drops even a few psi below the recommended level, rolling resistance increases. The car must use more energy to maintain the same speed, which gradually reduces efficiency and leads to more frequent charging. Open the vehicle menu and check the tire pressure readings while the tires are cold. Compare them with the recommended pressure on the driver's door frame. If any tire is low, adjust it to the proper level. Properly inflated tires help the car move efficiently and reduce unnecessary battery energy use over time. Pay attention to battery cooling behavior. Pay attention to how your Tesla cools itself after driving or charging. The battery generates heat during heavy use, especially after long drives or fast charging. And Tesla's thermal management system circulates coolant to keep the cells within a safe temperature range. After parking, it's normal to hear fans or pumps running briefly while temperatures stabilize. What matters is the pattern. If cooling runs much longer than usual, sounds unusually loud, or never appears when it normally would, take notice. You don't need diagnostic tools. Simply observing these patterns can reveal small thermal changes before any warning message appears. Check for software update. Open the software tab in your Tesla and confirm the car is running the latest version. Many owners think updates only add new features, but they often adjust how the battery system operates. Tesla regularly improves charging behavior, thermal management, and cell balancing through firmware updates. These changes help the battery handle heat more effectively and manage charging more efficiently. If the car isn't connected to Wi-Fi, larger updates may not download automatically. That means the vehicle could continue running older battery management logic, connecting your Tesla to home Wi-Fi and checking the update status. Once a month keeps the system operating with Tesla's latest battery protection improvements. Check for phantom drain. Open the Tesla app and look at how much energy the car uses while it's parked. A small drop in battery percentage over time is normal, but large or frequent losses can point to phantom drain. Tesla vehicles enter a sleep state when everything is quiet. In that state, energy use slows to a very small amount. But certain features can keep the car awake. Sentry mode, frequent app checks, or third-party services that constantly pull the Tesla API can prevent the vehicle from staying asleep. When the car wakes repeatedly, the high-voltage battery continues supporting background systems. Over days or weeks, that extra activity slowly adds up. A quick monthly check of your parked energy usage helps you catch these patterns early. Keeping the car asleep when it should be resting helps preserve energy and keeps battery usage more predictable over time. Review your energy consumption trends. Open the Energy app and review how efficiently your Tesla has been using energy recently. This graph shows how many watt-hours the car uses per mile, and it can quietly reveal changes in how the vehicle is operating. If efficiency suddenly drops without an obvious reason, it's worth paying attention. Weather, driving speed, and terrain all influence energy use, but long-term patterns still remain fairly consistent. Fleet data from thousands of electric vehicles shows that battery degradation typically happens gradually over many years. Large studies estimate average EV battery degradation at roughly a few % per year across normal driving conditions. Watching efficiency trends helps you notice when something changes early. Small efficiency shifts often reveal underlying issues before they begin affecting range stability over time. Run a quick system check. Open the Tesla app or vehicle menu and scan for alerts. This takes less than a minute, yet most owners rarely do it unless a warning appears. Tesla constantly monitors the battery, cooling system, charging hardware, and other key components. If the system detects something unusual, it usually leaves a small alert or notification before the issue becomes serious. Look through the notifications, check for charging warnings, and glance at any service messages that may have appeared during the month. In most cases, you'll see nothing at all, and that's exactly what you want. The goal isn't to diagnose the car yourself. It's simply to notice early signals if they appear. A quick monthly scan keeps you aware of how the vehicle is operating and ensures small issues never quietly grow into larger problems. Final thought: the monthly Tesla habit. Tesla batteries rarely fail without warning. The system constantly monitors temperature, charging behavior, and energy use through the battery management system. Small signals usually appear long before anything serious happens. Most owners simply never look for them. That's why this monthly check matters. A few minutes reviewing charge limits, energy use, alerts, and charging patterns keeps you aware of how your Tesla is actually operating. Nothing complicated, just disciplined ownership. Over time, these small habits help the battery operate in the stable conditions it was engineered for. And when the battery stays stable, everything else about the car feels more consistent too. For more clear, practical Tesla ownership insights like this, consider subscribing.